Hello, good day to everyone. I am Maria Cida Eugenia Polo Romero, and today I'm going to answer some questions with my friends Ana Ayala and Jose Ricardo about depression and anxiety. Okay, let's start. The question number one is, what is depression and anxiety for you? For me, depression and anxiety are mental illnesses. The first is a state of mind in which the person loses the sense of living. It is manifested by sadness or anger in the person. This can be mild or severe. Some people don't need medicine to get out of it. Others require medical treatments to get rid of this disease. The second is an intense or incessant worry or fear that continues in everyday situations. Its symptoms can be tachycardia, scoring, fast breathing, and feeling tired.
Hello everyone, my name is Ana Milena Ayala Lopez. For me, depression and anxiety are psychological disorders or problems that people develop over the years, which is generated by the different situations that people experience, such as painful or traumatic experiences that mark their life, which can cause them to get out of control. So, it is important never to leave alone people with these kinds of problems.
Hello everybody. For me it's an intense state of mind that involves sickness, despair or hopelessness and lasts for weeks, months or ever longer. For an science is considered as symptom of different clinical pictures that the fact is in general certain environment factor that the generates stress in this
The
case.
next question is, what is the final definition of depression given by Johann Hari? According to Johann Hari, depression is not a technical problem. It is a sign, listen to it. Your suffering makes sense. You feel it for reasons, and those reasons can be this is a mental illness that affects more than 350 million people in the world. Caused by the way we live, loneliness, financial insecurity, social inequality, by a mistake story, and individualism. A depressed person is a human being with many needs. He discovered that most of the factors that spread it are not in our biology. As human beings have natural psychology needs. We need to feel that we belong. We need to feel that our life has meaning and purpose. Question number 3 is, what is his final advice to overcome depression? According to Johann Hari, to overcome depression, we must think different from the concept that doctors have of it. They hold that the deep feeling of this disease are the result of something wrong with our brain, and what we need to do is stay drunk. To see the deeper solution to depression and anxiety, we must think different about what our depression really is. There are very biological contributions to these diseases, but if we allow biology to become to picture as we have for so long, include me that implicit tell people, your pain means nothing, biology is real, but it is part of a bigger picture. The question number 4 is, according to the speaker and the authority by him, what can cause anxiety and depression? Okay, according to the speaker and the authority, can cause anxiety and depression, the loneliness, financial insecurity, instrument of a child or person, control and humiliation and work.
There are two factors in our biology. First, our gene can make us more sensitive to these problems. Second, there are real brain changes that can happen when you become depressed that can make it harder to get out. But the most factors there are in the way we live. For example, if you are lonely, you are more likely to become depressed. When you go to the work and you don't have any control about the job or if you rarely get out into the nature world, you are more likely to become depressed. The medical authorities mentioned in the video content are Dr. Derek, Dr. Sam Everington, the Cambodian doctors, and the World Health Organization. I actually agree with them because they apply good and effective methods because they really help people who suffer from these disorders in a natural way. But there is one that caught me my attention, and it is St. Everington, because that shows that a single company we can totally relieve a person.
The next question is, what has the World Health Organization said about people who suffer depression and anxiety? The World Health Organization has said that if a person is depressed and shows that weak, that crazy, in general, it is not a machine with broken parts. He is a human being with immense needs.
The case that caught my attention was the case of Lisa Cunningham at St. Everington's Medical Center because he decided that the chemical antidepressant didn't help people. So he decided to promote a different approach which he applied with his patient Lisa Cunningham. So he invited her to go to the Central Medical twice a week to meet with all depressed people in order for her to experience new things and take her away from the loneliness she maintained, which was very good because they started to bloom psychologically, which taught me that nature and company is the best antidepressant that can exist. My perception now about depression and anxiety is that I see it as unmet needs that people have, but this doesn't mean that those people are crazy or weak, but they have a kind of junk values in their minds that makes them psychologically sick. The best cure for them is not drugs or chemicals, they are natural antidepressants because they do cure people who suffer from these disorders, which is changing the way we live. So, if we do that, the result will be more.
It's music disorder that manifests anxiety and sadness in the anxiety and the depression at present are disorders that bite the situation in which are with the COVID-19 facilitates an appearance of symptoms in the long line of having to stay at home. As feeling sad, depression and anxiety, that that's why we have to try applying activities inside the house that distraction when you had feeling you happy.
The answer is yes. My perception was different before I started video conferencing because before I thought that depression and anxiety was a problem, something like a malfunction of people. But they are unsatisfied foolishness, which are signs that something is affecting people, which the key is learn to identify them in order to overcome them, looking for the effective solution as I mentioned earlier.
The only question is, what is the best way to help someone who suffers depression and anxiety? The first thing to do help a person suffering from depression or anxiety is to identify the symptoms of this illness. Dialogue with the person about what has been noticed and ask them why they are worried. Explain that depression is an illness, not a personal defect or weakness, and that it's generally improved with treatment or by meeting their unmet needs, but the most important thing is to give him all the support and say positive thinking
The
phrases.
best way to help someone who suffers from depression and anxiety is first of all, you have to listen them to express how they feel. Second, you have to talk them, advising them in the best possible way to see things in another perspective. Third, you have to invite them to join a group of people in order not to make them alone. And finally, you have to be very patient with those people to able to help them.
This problem, I think that I have different any other recommendation. The first recommendation is keep in mind that the other needs evaluates. You even saying that you don't. The second recommendation is listen this person or listen about this problem. The third recommendation is never say calm down or try to share yourself until you are going to provide detail on following instruction. The fourth recommendation is understand that it's the science. Put yourself in their place.
Thank you so much.